Hello and welcome to Norwood News. Today is Friday, December 6th, and I'm Krista McDonald. It is so great to have you with us as we end another week here in Norwood. This week on Norwood News, we have a spicy living local. Norwood celebrates at the holiday extravaganza. But first, last week a devastating fire resulted in 2 families left with very little. Fire Chief Bailey breaks down the scenario.
So we had a fire at 34, 36, 38 Melville Ave. That came in approximately 3:15 in the afternoon, and when we first arrived we had heavy smoke showing from all 3 floors of the structure. So it was a very extensive fire. It was actually impinging upon the home next door as well. A second alarm was requested, and we had help from multiple communities in the area.
This past week we had a couple fires here in Norwood. One fire in the Cleveland School District displaced 3 families. These families are without a place to stay at the time. They basically lost everything. We are taking donations here at the fire station. At this point, we are just looking for gift cards to Walmart, Kohl's, TJ Maxx, or if you would like to make a donation, that can be made out to Norwood Firefighters Local 1631. And in the memo, just add Melville Ave. Those can be dropped off at the fire station. There's a collection box right outside of dispatch. And we appreciate any donations.
The 38th running of the Norwood Turkey Trot was held on Sunday, November 24th. NCM was there to capture the annual event and talk to some organizers and a few runners.
I've been involved with the race since 2001. I started as a volunteer helping out, and I've been the race director for, I think, for at least the last 15 or 16 years. I've been the race director for the Turkey Trot. I got involved as my son started high school in 2001, so I got involved as a volunteer. I was a graduate. I am a graduate of Norwood High School, class of '83. And I was an athlete, and the boosters were a great help to all the athletes when I was there with the banquets and, just being there for support. So I just wanted to give back and, do my part.
Been with this event for many, many years. It's a great day, beautiful day today, 700 runners. It's a great tradition for the town of Norwood. People come out, they look forward to it, they celebrate, they run as families. It's just a great event for the town of Norwood.
Today I am the MC of this event. We had a great race. Windy, but the winds died down a little bit enough for the runners to finish strong, and I think everybody had fun for the 38th Turkey Trot. I have run these races before. Today I did not run because I was announcing, but there were over 600 people who ran, and honestly, what a nice event. There's a lot of community out here, people dressed up, enjoying themselves. I could absolutely see the spirit from the people of Norwood and the surrounding areas who are here today. And the winner, by the way, finished in like 20 minutes, which if you think about it, 20 divided by 4, 5-minute miles is something that I've never seen on this course before. That was really impressive. But from the first finisher to the very last, it was a great day for everybody, and I'm glad I get to be part of this. My wife ran, my daughter ran, and some of her friends, and hope to do it again at some point in the future.
We ran this today, thought it was a good cause, and to get ready for the season.
Yeah, we just want to get our win going for the season starting on Monday. Get all the boys together, good chemistry, just a beautiful day, good day to be out here.
Every December, wreaths are placed on the graves of veterans at Highland Cemetery as part of Wreaths Across America. Veterans agent Derek Wennerstrand explains more.
This year, National Wreaths Across America Day will be held on Saturday, December 14th, 2024. At 12 p.m., join Ecolab, the DPW, and the Norwood Veterans Office for Wreaths Across America. Wreaths Across America will be at Highland Cemetery to remember and honor our veterans through the laying of remembrance wreaths on the graves of our country's fallen heroes and the act of saying the name of each and every veteran aloud. We will hold a small ceremony prior to the laying of the wreaths including short speeches, music, and a flyover. This year, the theme is Live with Purpose. Find your purpose, and this year join the more than 2 million volunteers and supporters who will gather to remember, honor, and teach at more than 4,600 participating locations in all 50 states, at sea and abroad.
When Norwood News returns, we'll learn about a stunning new mural at Hometown Arcade. Sophia Berardinelli delivers the school news, and Ron Marshalsea has the latest in sports.
So, message from the Norwood Fire Department. Over the past week, we've had a couple house fires here in Norwood, and just wanted to get the message out about smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors. They are a game changer. About 40 years ago, when your smoke detectors were beeping inside your home, you had about 17 minutes to get outside. Today, that is down to about 3 minutes based on the materials and chemicals that are in your furniture. Can't stress enough how important it is to have them working inside your homes. Change the batteries every 6 months. Also, with the upcoming holiday season, make sure you keep your Christmas trees hydrated. Make sure you're checking those once a day, just to make sure there's plenty of water for your fresh trees. Smoke detectors should also be tested once a month. If your smoke detector is going alarm, make sure you call 911 immediately.
When you drive into Winsmith Market, you may notice a new mural as you approach Hometown Arcade. Norwood resident Alvin Colon created the Boston-inspired Mario Kart mural. NCM met up with Alvin and learned about what inspired the design.
The building manager here, Brendan, he approached me with the idea of maybe doing like something cartoon or like a Mario Kart theme for this arcade. And so I was like, yeah, I'm down for that, 100%. I grew up playing Mario Kart and all these games that they have in here. And so I was like, sure, I'll do it. I started researching different imagery on Mario Kart, backdrops, backgrounds like this. And I said, you know what, let me do a Boston theme. Let's have Mario Kart going through the city, bring it all here to Norwood as well from the city. So the process is between me and the client and the wall is a sketch. And so obviously I had to present a sketch so that the building can approve it, right? The owners and the customer here. And so they saw the sketch and right away they approved it. And it was really just a pencil sketch, but they knew where I was taking it. And then after that, I go to the wall, and it actually changes from paper to the wall. And I always tell that to my clients. It's like, don't fall in love with this sketch, because once I get to the wall, it's gonna transform. And it's not just the wall, not just me and the client, it's the people that are walking around. It starts to transform between all of us, and we kind of make the mural together. And I love doing that. That's the process. Okay, so for this project here was a mix of staging and ladders, and this took me about 6 days. Not 6 full days, but 6 days. 4 hours here, get re-inspired tomorrow, do another 5 hours, and so that's how it works. So I live here in Norwood. My website is acomaart.com. I'm also on Instagram at acomaart. That's ACOMAART. I grew up in Boston, but I've been in Norwood for about 8 years. And since I got here in Norwood, I feel like the community totally grasped me and took me in. They love the art that I do, and I love this community.
A few weeks back, Thoughts and Bowls came together at the Maha Juice Bar, where two business owners collaborated to spread positivity and bring community together.
So today we're doing a collab event with my favorite juice bar in Norwood, Maha Juice Bar, and we are here with a pop-up table looking to leave a quote board behind. People come in today, they can expect a good vibe, they can expect to write their own positive affirmation, they can expect to take a positive affirmation of their own. So I love the whole take a quote, leave a quote, and they can expect to just have a conversation if they would like to. I love connecting with everybody that comes in. I feel like Norwood has a special place in my heart, and not only that, like woman empowering women to business owners, and another thing is just another step or chance to normalize conversations around mental health. Do you see the smile on my face? I can't wipe it off. I feel extremely grateful, and I feel a sense of peace, and it's a great vibe already in here, so to have my family and friends come and support me meant a lot. Our main products are our calendars, and a portion of all profits for any merch that you would get goes towards mental health awareness events. So we have calendars, postcards, notepads, notebooks.
Hi everybody, Marcy here from Maha Juice Bar. Today we have Helena, Thoughtswithh in the house, and we're taking all of the positive notes, all the positive thoughts that you might have. We're writing it down, and we're gonna keep it on a board right here in Maha. I believe that today we're going through some very hard mental problems with our teens, even our adults, and I think that Thoughtswithh is a great combination with what we do, which is healthy food. So it's very important to keep not just the mental but the physical health in shape for us to be able to have a better day, a better year, to have a better life.
Thoughtswithh taught me to be more mindful, think more positive, get out of my comfort zone, do things I wouldn't normally do. Thoughtswithh is always with me because she's also my best friend. We started doing Thoughtswithh events together recently, and it's been a lot of fun. We also have been traveling a lot, and we take the Thoughtswithh quotes with us, and we try to get a lot of cool shots with quotes around the world, so I love it.
I met Thoughtswithh about a year ago at F45 in Northborough. It's a gym that I go to, so I just started following her after that, and her positivity and her quotes that she puts on Instagram have just really kind of brought that life back into my life, and kind of has given me that positivity as I go through a difficult time in my life, and just makes it kind of normal to seek other people who give you that positive vibe.
Biggest way that Thoughtswithh has impacted my life is obviously the creator of Thoughtswith is my sister, and I'd wake up every morning. She's always being a motivation to all of us, me, my dad, my sisters, my brother, etc. But Thoughtswith brings happiness to everyone that I've met in my life, and every time I tell someone about Thoughtswith, they always have a smile on their face. And that's all that matters. That's what this movement's about. At the end of the day, brings everyone together and makes everyone happy.
Scrolling through social media can be really negative and unrealistic, but when I see Thoughtswithh on my feed, it makes a big difference. Just regrounds me and just reminds us that we're not all perfect, and that having a positive mindset can take you a long way.
If you're watching this, I would love for you to follow me on Instagram, Thoughtswithh, to keep up with all of our events. And also, if you are watching this and you'd like to have an event with me, reach out to me at thoughtswithh@gmail.com or just on Thoughtswithh at Instagram.
The NCM team takes pride in producing our ongoing Living Local series. We get to meet the people behind the storefronts in town, learn what they offer, and get their thoughts on having a business in the town of Norwood. This week we were hungry, so we headed downtown to Norwood Spice, a family-owned restaurant serving Nepali and Indian food.
My name is Ayushma Gimire. I work as a manager at Norwood Spice at 655 Washington Street, located right here in the center of Norwood. I am introducing you guys to our Nepali food and Indian food here. People know varieties of Indian food, but here we are bringing you with a little twist of having Nepali food in it. Nepali food and Indian food are very similar in our spices that we use. However, with Nepali food, it's a little bit lighter on taste, but same spices, very flavorful. Here we have different Nepali food and Indian food. So we have chicken tikka masala, that's our very popular dish, as a lot of people know. We also have saag paneer, but then we have Nepali dishes like the momos. which is a very popular dish. Even with momos, you can do steamed, you can do fried, you can make it you can dip it in a spicy chili sauce. There's many varieties we have. We also have Nepali special like the goat curry. That's a very traditional meal that I grew up eating when I was there, when I was little. Now bringing that in my culture, my community here, it's wonderful because now that I can show you guys what my culture is like, what the taste is like. This is a family restaurant. We moved to Norwood in 2015, so I am actually not just a business owner here, I also live in this town. My family is here. My brother, sister went to Norwood schools. So Norwood is home. Norwood, we have our family, we have our friends, our community is here. So to bring our Nepali food to the Norwood community, it's a great joy for us because now we can have our community see what Nepali people eat, Nepali people, Nepali culture. Norwood is so diverse with their community that it feels wonderful to be part of the Norwood Center and share our tradition and culture with the people around us. So whenever we have a new customer come in and wants to try Indian food or Nepali food, I always ask them, how do you like spicy? Because not everybody likes spicy. Even I don't like to eat too much spice, but I do like to have flavors in my food. So I always tell them, would you like something creamy or would you like something that's not creamy? Because if you like something creamy, we have a dish that's a most popular dish, chicken tikka masala, because that you can taste the tomatoes, you can taste the creamy, and it's a perfect blend to go with the basmati rice that we have. We have rice, we have different types of naan bread. With our food, we can make them spicy. We can make them not spicy because I know if I were to eat spicy, I would not be feeling good the next day. So if I want, I can get my food, Indian food or Nepali food, in a very mild spice for me that I can tolerate and enjoy. The atmosphere is very friendly here. It's a family restaurant. We're mostly a to-go restaurant because we started right during the mid-pandemic, 2020. We've been here for 4 years. Actually, September was our 4th anniversary here in Norwood. And a lot of people knew us as a takeout restaurant, but now with our dining location, people start coming in, especially with the cold weather outside. We get a lot of dine-ins. People come in with their families. It's a lot of familiar faces that we see. So at this point, they're not just customers. We come in, we see them, and they're like, hi, hello, it's been a long time you've been here. So it's a good environment around it. Family, friends, you want to come in for a nice laid-back evening, you can come in, you can just get a drink. We offer beer, we offer wine, we offer non-alcoholic drinks like mango lassi. That's our very popular mango yogurt smoothie. You just want to come in, eat dinner by yourself or your family, or bring your friends and have them try Nepali food or Indian food. We're right here in the center. My dad has been in the United States since early 2000s, and he has worked at one of the oldest Indian restaurants in Massachusetts. He's been in this food industry for so long. We had a restaurant prior to moving to Norwood in Weymouth. That was a bit far for us. Now that we live in Norwood, we have a restaurant right here. And when we first started here, there weren't a lot of Indian restaurants around. There is a couple, but not in the center of town. So to bring Nepali Indian food in the center of the town where it's accessible for a lot of people in the area, it's a great way for us to expose our tradition food to our community. Town of Norwood is, in one word, if I have to say it, it's home to me. I've been here for almost 9-10 years of my life. People are very friendly here, people are nice. This is home because not only I live here, my business is here. I know we've started to know the local people around here. We are very friendly just within the center itself. If I know that if I'm in any sort of trouble, if I need any help, my neighbors next door, whether it's Missoula or whether it's Fuego, we have a good community here that will be there for us. It's just a very homey feeling. And having our business here in the center means just joy. Joy, and I'm glad to be part of this.
Norwood's holiday extravaganza on the Common is always a big hit, with s'mores, the tree lighting, and of course, the appearance of Mr. and Mrs. Claus. Assistant Recreation Director Sam White, as well as some attendees, spoke about the day.
I got my face painted and I've been just hanging out with my friends.
Nice. What's been your favorite part of the day?
That there are s'mores here.
Ooh, the s'mores. How many s'mores did you have?
And two.
I got a s'more and I got some hot cocoa too.
Ooh, nice. How was the hot cocoa?
It was good.
Nice. That kind of leads me to the question. What's your favorite holiday treat or drink?
Probably hot cocoa, and we usually bake a little extra Santa cookies, so I get to eat some of those.
Hanging out with Ellie, Ian, Morgan, and Madison, and my friend James. I also had hockey earlier. We tied against Morgan.
I went to get a s'more. Then I hang out with my friends. Then I got another s'more, and then I came here.
Hey Norwood, Sam here, Assistant Director for the Recreation Department. We're here tonight for our holiday extravaganza. It's been a great day so far. We were just joined by Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus to take some pictures. We just lit the tree. Overall, great day. We had tractors with some hay rides, s'mores rolling, we had face paintings and caricature artists. So we're excited of how everything turned out, and happy holidays to everybody.
Now we're going to toss it over to Sophia Baradinelli for the latest in school news.
I'm Sophia Baradinelli and I'm a junior at Norwood High, and let's check out what's going on in our Norwood schools. Norwood High held their National Honor Society induction ceremony and 61 new members were inducted. Principal Dr. Hugh Galligan provided welcoming remarks, and current student members explained the traits of leadership, scholarship, character, and service. New inductees were introduced to the crowd, while highlights of their activities and accomplishments were read by students. Congratulations to all, and special thanks to National Honor Society advisors Beth Standering and Paula Curley. At the Coakley Middle School, 7th grade students are wrapping up their introduction to the ancient civilizations of Mesoamerica and South America. Today, students on the blue and gold teams were challenged to make a replica of Machu Picchu out of Play-Doh. Students on green team were introduced to the Columbian Exchange by having hot chocolate from ancient Mesoamerica and comparing it to hot chocolate today. This was followed by a discussion of the origins of the ingredients of both. At the Callahan School, students celebrated Thanksgiving with some special Thanksgiving festivities. At the Cleveland School, during its grade-wide assemblies focusing on gratitude, they awarded certificates to students who were chosen for demonstrating the character-strong trait of responsibility. At the Oldham School, the weekly news program, The Scoop at the Oldham, is back. Led by instructional technology specialist Laura Mullen, the students work together to write, produce, and edit a newscast that is shared with the school on Friday mornings.
That's all for today. Have a great weekend. We'll leave you to interview Mr. Brett.
don't forget to
Scoop out for now!
This newscast is also broadcast on NCM so everyone can stay up to date on the Oldham School. The Prescott Girls on the Run team completed their second season. This program is a national nonprofit with evidence-based programs that inspire all girls to build their confidence, kindness, and decision-making skills. The club is open to 3rd to 5th graders and coached by Prescott teachers Miss Fico, Mrs. Healy, and Mrs. Lyons. It meets twice a week for an hour and a half after school. The 5K race took place at Suffolk Downs on Saturday, November 16th. It was a beautiful day to run at our happy pace. Willett kindergarten students in Mrs. Stenstrom, Miss Letterman, and Mrs. Reynolds classes kicked off the holiday season with their own version of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. The classes all read Balloons Over Broadway, a picture book about the life of Tony Sarg, the artist and inventor who brought the amazing Thanksgiving parade floats balloons to life over 100 years ago. The students created their own balloons and paraded the halls of the school. Let's go join the parade. It's a busy time of the year at Little Mustangs. They just wrapped up their annual food drive and it was a great success. Staff, students, and their families donated canned and boxed food items to go into holiday baskets. These food baskets will go to LMPA families in need and to the food pantry in Norwood. Students love helping to deliver food items to the collection box at their school. The LMPA Food Drive project benefits the community and is also a great way to teach our youngest students the importance of sharing and helping their friends and neighbors. It's just one of the many ways LMPA students celebrate the Thanksgiving season. That wraps up this week's school news. A big thank you to all teachers who keep us in the loop with their updates. It really helps us see the wonderful things happening in our schools. Reporting for Norwood News, I'm Sophia Brodinelli, and now here's Ron Marshalsea with the latest in sports.
I'm Ron Marshalsea, and this is your sports update. The football team, the coaches, the cheerleaders, and Mustang and Marauder fans braced the rain and cold Thanksgiving morning for the 95th edition of Norwood versus Dedham. The scoring got started with a red zone rushing touchdown by quarterback Caden Sheehan. And the next 4 touchdowns came from the legs of Jack Dwyer, including a massive run at the end of the first half, and after his final one of the day, he hit the Heisman pose to put the nail in the coffin. The defense was also huge with big stops at big times, even snuffing out Dedham's final drive of the game to seal the 35-13 win over the Marauders on Thanksgiving Day. The Frank Wall Style Toady Trophy stays at 245 Nichols Street for at least another year. The football team also had 5 Mustangs named TVL All-Stars: Drew Bartuca, Jack Dwyer, Danny Russo, Jay Merritt, and Sam Larkey. Jack Dwyer was the TVL Large Offensive Player of the Year, Drew Bartuca was the TVL Large Defensive Player of the Year, and Danny Russo was named one of 2 TVL Large Linemen of the Year. And the cheerleading team managed to finish 5th at States after an incredible run in their competition season. Congratulations to them. And the Tuesday before Thanksgiving was the Fall Sports Awards. The traditional highlight video was shown, coaches handed out individual awards, and it was the final Fall Sports Awards for retiring coaches Kim Brinklow and Allison Dolliner. Both coaches were recognized with words from Athletic Director John Longley, as well as received flowers from their captains.
We wanted to recognize a girls soccer coach, Kim Brinklow, who's retiring after 5 seasons as head coach. Kim led the program to its first tournament appearance in many years, and she worked alongside the youth program to grow the program and to build a coordinated program. So congratulations to Kim, and thank you for your efforts over the last 5 years. We'd like to recognize field hockey coach Allison Dolliner, who's been the head coach for the last 12 seasons. Allison's teams have qualified for the state tournament all 12 seasons that she has been head coach. She led the program to 3 TPL championships, 2 state finals appearances, and she had over 140 wins in her career. So congratulations to Coach Maha and Allison.
And that is all I have for this sports update. I'm Ron Marshalsea, and Norwood News will be right back after this break.
The Board of Selectmen met this week for the purpose of having a tax rate hearing for fiscal year 2025. The Board of Assessors presented a PowerPoint with detailed information to support the new assessed values. Ultimately, Bill Plasko made a motion to set the fiscal year 25 tax rate to a 74% shift.
Thank you. I was going to make a motion to set the fiscal year 25 tax rate at a 74% shift. Yep. That's the same as we are at the moment. Some people might say, well, why aren't you going up to the 75%? Give it to business as much as you can. I think we've made a good point why we have to be fair and look out for business as well as the residents. And that if we do what I'm proposing, the residential will be going up 5 cents and the commercial will be going up 14 cents. If we went to the 75% shift, residential still goes up a penny, but commercial would go up 28 cents. And that's a significant jump for them in 1 year with everything else going on in the economy and everything. I don't think this is a year to do that. I think the 5 cents is fair and level. The average property owner 186 is a fair number as well. 86 is a fair number as well. And I just think that's a number that makes the most sense. If we go the other way and we go down to 73%, residential actually has to pay 10 cents more and business pays a 0 increase. So that doesn't seem fair to the residents at all. So I think staying right at 74 is the fairest and best number for everyone involved.
The board voted to approve this motion. Assistant Town Manager Mike Rosen presented the 2 March special town meeting dates beginning on Monday, March 10th, and if needed, Thursday, March 13th. The board approved both dates. The Board of Selectmen will meet again on December 17th. Also Tuesday night, following much public comment, the Zoning Board of Appeals unanimously closed the public hearing on 596 Boston Providence Highway, also known as the Enterprise Project. At the 2021 Fall Special Town Meeting, members voted on a comprehensive zoning change for the Boston Providence Highway District, including this parcel of land, along with many others in the Route 1 corridor. After the Land Court appeal did not change the ruling, the owner has now brought the matter before the Zoning Board of Appeals. At the October 22nd, 2024 ZBA meeting, there was a public hearing to discuss the application for additional parking on this parcel of land between Route 1 on-ramp and the Neponset Street extension. With the public hearing now closed, the Zoning Board will now deliberate and make a final decision at its January 7th meeting.
Jane Ferrara, Taylor, District 8. I'm here as a town meeting member, and I'm here to support the neighbors, even though I'm from District 8 and that's District 9, because I was at town meeting. And for 30-something years, I've sat at town meeting, and we vote, and we listen, and then this happens. We end up, and you people have to sit in front and listen to all of this, but I just wanted to support them, and it does get a little tiring to have to continue to come back, but please take into consideration the time that was taken at town meeting and why we kept this residential and made it residential. They've said it all. I don't have to say it again, so.
Thank you.
The school committee met this past Wednesday at the Savage Center. The meeting began with appearances from Dr. Galligan and Mrs. Durain reporting on NHS Advanced Placement, or AP. They discussed the expanded course offerings, the elimination of barriers like the AP exam fee, and increased student participation in AP classes, among other goals. During the superintendent's report, Mr. Luff told the committee he was notified that 2024-2025 school calendar is out of compliance with the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education, or DESE.
And our next item on the agenda is the superintendent report.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Before Dr. Galligan leaves, I did want to share one quick update that we heard today. And I haven't been able to speak to any of you about this, so it will come as a surprise. I will hear that you know. DESE reached out to us today and notified us that our current school year calendar is out of compliance based on a requirement that graduation ceremonies, as well as the last day of school for seniors, occur no more than up to 12 days prior to the last day for the school itself. So I will quickly.
Have we ever been in compliance?
We have, absolutely.
Has DESE ever enforced that rule?
They have. I actually reached out to many of my colleagues today who are in similar circumstances or who are in the past. Typically, this occurs with school districts who start after Labor Day for students. But this year, with the extended winter break, it brought us a little bit further out with the last day of school. But also in Norwood, the tradition has always been for the first Sunday in June to be the day for graduation. So the schedule was made with that in mind. And I don't want to do that. June 1st is the graduation ceremony date. Yeah. Our last day of school is the 18th. So seniors have to have their graduation date and their last day of class no earlier than 12 days. So Monday the 2nd has to be their last day of school to actually attain the 12-day period until graduation. So my colleagues have said that they actually requested DESE actually change their ruling on them, and DESE is very inflexible with this. So there is inflexible. So it is something that we will have to fix. We looked at many options today. Dr. Galligan and I met, Dr. Mural and I met, and we looked at a few different things. The first thing that we looked at were, are there any PD days that we can switch, right? So we can take a PD day and switch it with the student day. Unfortunately, we have used all of our PD days already this year. The other options are looking at vacation weeks, which are very challenging. I will say that parents have already scheduled their vacations, teachers have already scheduled their vacations. I would also say the other option would be to just move the graduation, the last day for school for seniors up to the 2nd, have graduation on Thursday or Friday evening or this next Saturday. But I will also say that many parents and grandparents may have already bought tickets and events, schedules, all those kind of things. So it's a challenge either way. So one option is to move the last day of school for seniors up one, which is not necessarily a school committee decision, right? Because you have the calendar here. And have graduation on the 7th or the 5th or the 6th in the evening. That's some feedback that Dr. Galligan will have to get. The other option, which is an option that I think I need to bring to you for consideration, not tonight, but just for you to start considering and maybe come back to in 2 weeks, is the option of looking at Good Friday, which is April 18th, and either making that a full or half day of school that day. If you were to do that, then the last day of school for all students would then move to the 17th, which would be 12 days after the last day for seniors, and it would be in compliance with the DESE regulation.
The committee was not asked to vote last night regarding the changes that will need to be made about the calendar. Following that, Mr. Luff discussed the strategic plan updates. There were budget and policy subcommittee updates, as well as a grant approval for supporting students' SEL, behavioral and mental health, and wellness. The school committee will meet again on December 18th. The Conservation Commission met this week and held 2 public hearings for 527 Nichols Street and 111 Access Road. Applicant William Skopinski of 527 Nichols Street proposed the renovation of a deck, including additional footings in the riverfront area of Germany Brook, which was approved by the board. Alyssa Jacobs represented the Norwood Airport Commission to propose perimeter and wildlife fencing improvements surrounding the airport property. This was also approved by the board. The Conservation Commission then discussed wetland issues and gave updates on the Hawes Pool renovation, the Meadow Brook project, 55 St. Paul, 10 Cottage Street, the Hazard Pollinator Gardens proposal, 596 Pleasant Street, and the Willett Pond. Next Friday, many will fill the Tiffany Ballroom at 4 Point Sheridan to celebrate a long-standing tradition in Norwood, Friends of St. Nick. This year, the committee is pleased to acknowledge Journey to Parenthood as their recipients.
Welcome back to Norwood Digest, and you can tell from the garb that it's that time of the year again. And joining me is Mike Curran and Jeff Mahoney. It's time for Friends of St. Nick.
Here we are again, Jack.
All right, let's give us the details.
Awesome. Yeah, so we're pumped this year. We have our 33rd annual, which is a crazy number to think about, but it'll be Friday, December 13th, Scary Friday the 13th, back at 4 Points in Norwood. And this year we've chosen to nominate and to recognize Journey to Parenthood. So we're stoked about the event. We already have pretty much a full house in terms of tables and folks coming back. So kind of the Norwood reunion on Friday the 13th.
So tell me a little bit about Journey to Parenthood.
So it's great. You know, we've done groups in the past. You know, just a few years ago, like we've done the Challenger folks, Fife and Drum Corps, you know, first responders, and the last group we did was Galulis, which was just a couple of years ago, and I guess Journey to Parenthood is an organization that makes sure that Galulis does not run out of future clients. So. But
I don't think they have that on their website.
No,
but yeah.
But no, but it's an incredible organization.
It's a good thing you're already sold out.
Yeah, exactly. There goes half the folks. Yeah, yeah.
No, but they really provide an invaluable service. It was started by a couple of Norwood folks who we can talk about in a little bit, but it provides grants and services for couples in need of a treatment, who want to be parents for whatever reason aren't able to and need assistance through a variety of methods. You know, that's out there today for loving families to become parents, and they've done incredible work over the years, and there's such a huge Norwood connection. It's not Norwood, you know, they offer grants for the entire area, but it's led by some great Norwood folks, and everyone has spoken their praises as we've learned more about them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I have a personal, not with them, but my first child was through in vitro.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so I would have loved to have a service like that.
Someone to help you navigate everything, and then on the medical side, and grants to help.
I can't wait to meet these folks. I've never met them, so.
Yeah,
definitely. And I think it's one of those things that a lot of more people go to than you think. Oftentimes it's quiet. They really didn't want to be recognized, and that's the type of people we like to pick. So I don't think we'll mention Galulis in the opening when we kick them off, but you know, it's good that Mouse tied those two
for
together.
the video.
Yeah,
We
I was
got
just
a
going
couple
to say,
chuckles.
this is
We'll bring it into the video.
This is like a focus group.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
You know,
perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
It's all good.
send your feedback to Jack Tolman.
All right, so let's get back to it. You don't need to sell tickets, but you can always use raffle items and silent auction items. So
yeah, I think that that obviously, you know, we probably just assume, but as you know, we do this event for Dana-Farber, and we've been fortunate as a board to get there each year and to see where the money goes towards and otherwise. So really how we're able to do that is through donations, through raffle items, through silent auction. We have some great ones this year. We have miles over to Ireland. We have a house in Ireland. We have countless Patriots tickets, Celtics tickets, all sorts of different silent auction items. So you can go right on our website, friendsofstnick.org. You can contact us that way. You can email us at friendsofstnick@gmail.com, and we'll really take any raffles, any silent auctions that you can think of. So.
And we do 100% of the proceeds go to Dana-Farber, and you know, like you mentioned, Jack, we're so fortunate that we're able to sell it out, and it speaks to the honorees and also to the cause, to Dana-Farber and what they've shown, what they do over the years. You know, obviously everyone's familiar with them, but every year we get an up close and personal look of what they're doing with the latest advancements, and so where specifically where this funding goes to. But we really make our money on, like Mike said, with the donations and the raffles. Four Point Sheridan is a great host and sponsor for us. They do everything they can to keep our actual ticket prices reasonable. I don't think we've gone up in a long time.
I don't think you've ever gone up.
No, no, exactly. So
I've been going almost all to the 33.
Right? Yeah. So
speaking of that, I have my check.
There you go. All right, right there. It's on video now. He paid. So we make our money through the raffles and the donations. And right now we don't do our silent auction online or anything like that. So it is, but it is something that hopefully in the future we're growing and we're getting, more technologically savvy as need be. But we're still old-fashioned. It's just an old-fashioned luncheon. Great day of laughs and camaraderie and unbelievable stories.
And what the social hour kicks off at 11?
Correct.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
It used to be 11:30. I'm glad we moved that up.
Yep.
Got it.
I have a lot of talking to do.
Yeah. Normally Mouse is about half an hour late, but the rest of us are there at 11, ready for the day. So
that's when they tell me to come.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's also it takes an extra half hour to get everyone in when we have a sellout to get in. Into the,
True that.
We try and keep everything on schedule, right, Billy Gurley?
Yeah,
If you've been watching, stay on schedule this year. So.
All right, what else? Let's just rehat. December 13th, 11 o'clock, 4 Points.
Yeah, journeytoparenthood.org. I think if you want to visit their site and their information and all the folks involved with that are on the link. We don't have enough time to get into them all individually here. So plus we're saving our best material for that day. You try and...
I hope so.
Yeah, exactly. Zing. One other thing I'll mention quick is that Dana-Farber has reached out to us this year. They're actually going to dedicate a room in memory of the Friends of St. Nick. It's been 33 years, so this is the first time that they've done that. They did one way back, but we're super excited about it.
That's great.
Yeah, all the work his dad in the first generation of St. Nick's board members did. They still come every year. We're going to see $1 million in donations pretty soon, because exponentially we're growing and growing, and again, not physically, because there's only so many people you fit in the room, but as an organization and the generosity of this community, as we know, for any cause. But this has become a tradition that we don't want to screw it up.
Yeah, for me and probably for a lot, it kicks off the holiday season.
It does.
That's right.
It does. Although we probably haven't had snow in
That's okay.
10 years
It's okay.
for it. So
you don't have to shovel that.
No.
That's good. All right.
Yeah.
As always, thanks, guys.
No, thank you, Jack.
Thanks, Jack.
And
Appreciate
thank you, everyone.
We appreciate you coming in, and we really appreciate, people don't understand how many meetings you guys have to have on Thursday nights.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
I think we're going to have a quorum right now.
Yeah, I
actually.
think we might. Yeah. I used to think they were all year round with my dad. I'm like, why are you going in February? It just happened. But I think he might have been going somewhere else.
A lot of planning.
Well, you got to, afterwards you have to do the postmortem.
Postmortem.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
it.
Yep.
That's it.
So, anyway, thanks again.
All right,
Thanks, Jack.
Jack.
Appreciate it.
NCM will be covering Friends of St. Nick live next Friday, December 13th at 11:30 on the Community Channel. Clayton Cheever is back with some exciting holiday events happening at the Mural Memorial Library in December's edition of Mural Moment.
Greetings, library lovers. Welcome to the Mural Memorial Library, Norwood's public library for everyone. I'm Clayton Cheever. I use he, his pronouns, and I'm your library director. Calling future scientists, technologists, engineers, and mathematicians, our program with Coordinated Family and Community Engagement, which we simply call CFCE, is partnering with the Children's Museum of Easton for 3 sessions of full steam ahead on Monday mornings, the 16th, 23rd, and 30th. Little ones ages 3 to 6 and their caregivers come join us at the library on Walpole Street to learn about problem solving, innovation, and collaboration. Please register each child for each program you plan to attend by visiting our website, giving us a call, or just stop by the library anytime we're open. The second half of our musical Sunday concert series is happening this month. Hiroya Tsukamoto is bringing his transcendent finger-picking acoustic guitar and storytelling on the 1st. I've been lucky enough to witness Hiroya before and can personally attest to his incredible talent. 2 weeks later, on the 15th, country artist Matt York will perform holiday songs in what I'm sure will be a fun afternoon. Hiroya is starting at 2 and Matt starting at 3, and you should register for both today to make sure there's a seat available for you for these great concerts. They're made possible by the library's endowment fund, for which we are so grateful. On Friday afternoon, December 13th, I hope you'll come by the library and share your joy with me. At 1:30, I'll be leading an exclusive behind-the-scenes library tour for the first 10 people who register, and then from 2:15 until 3, I'll be sharing tea and snacks with anyone who'd like to come talk about what is bringing you joy this holiday season. I'm grateful for our friends' support for our refreshments. If you watched the Mural Moment last month, you heard me talk about Hoopla's binge passes. They seem to keep adding great content to this collection of 7-day unlimited access to special streaming resources, and this month I want to encourage you to check out the Creative Coping Toolkit. This mental health literacy program supports positive mental well-being and addresses critical issues, including online safety, anxiety, loneliness, bullying, and belonging. If any of that sounds even remotely useful to you, I hope you'll check out this binge pass today. Now, let's dive into some fantastic reads. Whether you're looking for a delightful read for kids or something a little more profound for adult readers, we've got something special for everyone. Let's jump right in. I Quit by Kristen Tracy, illustrated by Federico Fabiani. This hilarious and heartwarming tale follows a recently adopted kitty who got tired of being told no. No scratching the window screens, no eating the bread, no chasing the baby. So they decide to run away, only to be found and realize the joys of returning home. In Kate DiCamilo's Hotel Balzar, 7 mysterious stories unfold in this charming story of a young girl discovering the secret to her soldier father's disappearance. This tale from one of America's most beloved storytellers is perfect for sparkling and sparking young imaginations. For more experienced readers, I've brought 5 Tuesdays in Winter by Lily King. Dive into this exquisite collection of short stories that explore the complexity of love, loss, and human connection, each crafted with King's signature elegance and emotional depth. Finally, in Making Winter by Emma Mitchell, we're encouraged to embrace the coziness of winter with this beautiful guide to crafting, baking, and finding joy in the colder months. Perfect for adding a touch of warmth and creativity to our lives. Baking is a very popular and practical winter skill to warm our homes and provide a special treat to brighten our moods. We have a lot of tools to help you with your winter baking, from cookbooks, of course, and cake pans to sets of cookie cutters, and even this gingerbread house cookie cutter set with a guidebook and 10 cookie cutters that will help you with your creations. These tools and so many other great games, puzzles, musical instruments, and more can be found in our Library of Things. Visit our website and browse our Library of Things from the Books and More menu to see what other treasures we have waiting for you. Before I sign off, I want to thank our dear friends in the library. Any of the time the library is open, you can browse their ongoing book sale in the nook just by the door to our parking lot. The Friends provide program support throughout the year, including the funds for crafts and supplies for programs for kids and teens. This month, they're also supporting the gift wrapping party on Monday, December 9th. You bring the presents and we'll bring the wrapping supplies. Learn more on our website or just stop by and we'll be happy to tell you all about it. Please make sure you have an active membership in the Friends and support them whenever possible, as they make possible so much of what we present here. We are so grateful for all the support. That's a wrap for this Mural Moment. I'm Clayton Cheever, your guide through the wonders of the library, wishing you a delightful December. We can't wait to see you at the library.
Well, that's all for Norwood News. To stay up to date with Norwood Community Media, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. As always, thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend.